सेलर्स, आई एम मनीषा सिंह और ई कॉम गुरु चैनल पर आपका स्वागत है। और इस वीडियो में वी विल टॉक अबाउट हाउ टू लिस्ट योर प्रोडक्ट्स ऑन Amazon इन बल्क। स्टार्ट करने से पहले अगर आपने इस चैनल को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब द चैनल एंड प्रेस द बेल आइकन फॉर मोर वीडियो अपडेट्स। Subscribe the Ecom Guru channel and press the bell icon for more video updates. So चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। So basically, professional sellers can add products to their Amazon inventory in bulk by uploading a spreadsheet or inventory file. Okay? See, creating an inventory file takes time, but ये आपका टाइम भी बचाता है later when you want to edit or add a large number of product listing. Okay? See, instead of editing or adding products and offers one by one in the Seller Central, you can update a saved copy of a file, then upload a fresh version to make all your inventory changes at once. Basically, inventory file templates can be customized for the specific product categories you sell on the Amazon. So you can use them to match your offers to the existing listing. आप उनको use कर सकते हो to match your offers on the existing listing, or you can create the product detail page and listing for your new products on the Amazon. Also, एक चीज का आप हमेशा ध्यान रखना that you must be a product brand owner or a brand qualified seller to create a new detail page for an Amazon brand registry enrolled product. Okay, so चलिए अब start करते हैं. Basically, there are 3 basic steps in the bulk listing process. Bulk listing process के 3 basic steps होते हैं. Number 1, create your inventory file. Number 2, add your product information. And number 3, upload your file to the Seller Central account. Okay? ये तीनों steps होते हैं जब आप bulk product listing कर रहे होते हैं Amazon Seller Central account. So once you have uploaded an inventory file, you can monitor its own status. आप monitor भी कर सकते हैं अपना status को एंड करेक्ट कर सकते हैं अगर कोई आपको एरर नजर आती है. सो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नीड टू लॉग इन योर सेलर सेंट्रल अकाउंट. वहां पे सेलर सेंट्रल डैशबोर्ड में अपनी अपनी इन्वेंट्री फाइल को क्रिएट करने के लिए आपको सेलर सेंट्रल में टैब में जाके यू नीड टू गो टू योर इन्वेंट्री टैब, सेलेक्ट द इन्वेंट्री टैब, select then click on the add products via upload. This will take you to the add products via upload page. उसके बाद you need to select the download and inventory file tab. आपको अगर inventory file download कर लिए तो यहाँ पे you need to select the download and inventory file tab. Okay. So first you will select the type of products you want to sell. आपको टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोडक्ट सेलेक्ट करने पड़ेंगे जो आप Amazon पर सेल करना चाहते हो. You can either use the search tool or the product classifier for that. Both options allow you to identify and select the product categories. Product categories and also called the product types. So basically this selection you make add relevant product attribute columns. Okay, to your inventory file template. For example, अब चलो एक एग्जाम्पल की बात करते हैं. Let's say if you select the product category pen drives, or let's say you select the product category digital cameras. आपने digital camera आपकी product category है. अब product camera which attributes column for the video capture, resolutions and audio encoding language. All right, now okay, so this will appear in your catalog. Okay, so if you want to just a second. Okay, so for example, okay, लेट्स टेक एन एग्जाम्पल, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि आपकी प्रोडक्ट कैटेगरी पेन ड्राइव है और लेट्स से कि आपकी प्रोडक्ट कैटेगरी जो है वो डिजिटल कैमरा है. ओके, so if you select the product category which is digital camera, attribute columns for the video capture resolution and audio encoding language, okay, will appear in your spreadsheet. So if you want to search for your product categories, enter your product name or a descriptor in the search bar. यहाँ पर आपको अपना product name और descriptor डालना पड़ेगा and press the search button. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू माइट अगर आपको फॉर एग्जाम्पल शूज बेचने हैं, मतलब शूज आप सर्च कर रहे हैं, किड्स टॉय सर्च कर रहे हैं, या फिर बैडमिंटन सर्च कर रहे हैं, इट्स टोटली डिपेंड ऑन यू. द सर्च टूल विल लिस्ट ऑल द रिलेटेड प्रोडक्ट टाइप्स. ओके, browse carefully and click the source button next to the product type that matches your product. Each selection you make will appear below. You can click the X next to a selection if you need to remove a product category. Okay, so if a search term does not yield the category you need, then you need to click the clear search. Then try searching for a different product name or descriptor. So यहाँ पे you can also use the product classifier to drill down the product categories. Okay, locate the overarching category for a product from the list. Okay, all right. Then select each subcategory to narrow the result. For example, आप क्लोथिंग सर्च कर रहे हो या आपको आपकी जो कैटेगरी है वो शूज़ है या ज्वेलरी है, ओके, या फिर वॉचेस है, वुमेन्स वॉचेस है, कुछ नेकलेस है, एनीथिंग. Then you need to click the select button next to the subcategory that matches your product, which will add it to the list below for your file template. All right. Now you can see you can see a log and request approval button next to the some product types. Okay, so इसका मतलब ये है you need to obtain the approval from the Amazon before listing your product. आपको इस कैटेगरी में सेल करने से पहले Amazon की अप्रूवल लेना पड़ेगा इस कैटेगरी. Now click the request approval, okay, which will up. If you click on this button, it will take you to your categories and product requiring approval help page on Amazon. All right, categories and product requiring approval. Now up you need to follow some steps I'm telling you. Okay, after selecting the product categories you wanted added to your inventory file template, you will select a template type. Okay, now यहाँ पे you can either leave advanced defaulted or the select custom. Okay, यहाँ पे आपको select करना पड़ेगा. I recommend you to click on the advanced button or advanced file template, which contains all the attribute columns for your selected product categories. That includes all required, preferred, and optional attributes. Okay. So all right, if you select custom, all required product attributes column are automatically included in your inventory file template. But you get to choose the preferred and optional attributes if you know exactly which preferred and optional attributes you will need in your template. Selecting custom can help you to pare down your spreadsheet or your Excel file, and it make it easier to you to add product information. If you select the custom template, highlight each available attribute group you want to include on the left. All right, now and now you have to click on the add button to move it to the selected attributes group box on the right. Okay, if necessary, you can click on the remove button to deselect an attribute you are selecting. When you are done selecting your template type, click on the generate template button. यहाँ पे आपको क्लिक करना होगा अपनी फाइल को, अपने टेम्पलेट को जनरेट करने के लिए, टू डाउनलोड योर कस्टमाइज इन्वेंट्री फाइल टेम्पलेट. नाउ once you have created your template, you will add your product information. यहाँ पे आपको अपनी product information डालनी पड़ेगी. Okay, all right. You need to save this file, and when saving, select either the text tab delimited file or text, which is okay this one from the file type drop down. Okay, all right. So this will, make it easier for you to update product and other information later. So if you do not have the macros enabled already, you will want to do so before, downloading your inventory file template. Now, enabling macros automates certain field entries, improving the accuracy and speed of your entries. All right. Click the File tab select option, and then choose the add-ins to locate macros. When you open your inventory file template, you will see multiple tabs. Okay, this one. You will add product information to the template tab. The instruction, the images, example, data definitions. Okay, and browse data, valid values tabs provide information and the guidance. So now start by reviewing this, which explain in detail how to use this template. यहाँ पे, okay, you need to read all the instructions, especially the first time you are when you are creating your inventory file. You need to I recommend you to please read these instructions. Okay, now the images tab outlines Amazon images requirements. If you are including images for a new product, or if you are recommending updated images for an existing product, review this tab. You need to review this tab for the important guidelines. यहाँ पे आपको ये टैब प्लीज आप रीड करना फॉर द important guidelines from the Amazon. Okay, now the example tab. Basically, the example tab provides several sample product rows for your references. Okay, now take this look. If you like to add the inventory, this will tell you how your inventory file should look when it's completed. Okay, now the data definition tab, which defines each attribute within your inventory file. Now, the data definition tabs defines each attribute within your inventory file. Okay, basically, see, if you are if you're unsure how to complete an attribute column, or whether it's required or not, so I it refers to this, basically this tab for the definitions and use and accepted values by the Amazon. All right, kind of as an example of each attribute, as well as a required or a optional indicator. Okay, so the browse data tab shows you the product will be found by the customs browsing the Amazon store. Finally, like in the last, the valid values tab provides a list of acceptable terms for certain product attribute columns. So if you are unsure about an entry for a specific attribute, consult this comprehensive table and select a value that appears in a corresponding row and column. Back on the template tab, now let's back on the template tab. Each row represents a single product. ठीक है. अब use one row to match your offer to an existing listing, or you can or to create a product detail page or an offer for a new product, like for your new product. So basically each column represent a single product attribute. Now to start entering a product, to start entering the product information, drop down in a column A for a product type. Once you have made your selection, all the other required entries for the row will be outlined in the red. That's how. Okay. So if your template includes more than one product type, all entries of for the other product categories, बाकी सारी entries other product categories की, to indicate to indicate you that they should not be completed, वो complete नहीं हुई है. So you will type many entries manually, but some will have a drop down like the column A. Make sure you don't edit any information in the first. Okay, basically in the first three rows highlighted in a various colors. So doing this or doing this will cause errors during upload. All right, so fill in each required entry in red, which will include the product SKU, which is the stock keeping unit or personal seller identifier basically, and the external product ID, which will be the ASIN or a GTIN like UPC, EAN, JAN, ISBN. So okay, so now standard price and quantity are also required fields. Okay, even if they are zero for a business only offer or an item that is out of stock. Now next, fill in any unoutlined entries for preferred or optional attributes that you want to complete. After the required columns in light orange, you will find yellow image columns. This one. Okay. Then light red variation columns and the orange basic product information columns. Okay. You will also find the columns in the green discovery products in the Amazon store. Basically, you need to enter the products in the Amazon store in green. Then brown product enrichment columns for the extra product information. अगर आपकी प्रोडक्ट की कोई एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन है तो यू नीड टू एंटर into the product enrichment columns. Okay. Now, blue dimension columns are and light blue fulfillment columns for the shipping information. जब आप अपनी प्रोडक्ट की शिपिंग इंफॉर्मेशन आप डाल रहे होगे, जब आप फिल कर रहे होगे, तो आपको यहाँ लाइट ब्लू फुलफिलमेंट कॉलम को देखना पड़ेगा. एंड इन द एंड ऑफ दिस स्प्रेडशीट यू विल फाइंड a maroon column which is compliances, and red offer columns for pricing and the other listing information. So basically, some sellers fill out every attribute column. बहुत सारे sellers every column को fill करते हैं. Some fill out only required columns. And basically in general, the more data you provide in this spreadsheet, the more information and option customers have while making the purchasing decisions, while purchasing your product on the Amazon. So also remember one thing, that once you have you know completed a raw for a product, you can keep a saved copy for your file. Okay, to make quick and easy edits to your product and listing information later. अगर कोई भी error या कुछ भी आता है तो you can edit that file. So when you finish adding products to your inventory file template, make sure you save your changes and keep a copy for that. So then you are ready for the third and the final step. Third and final step पे चलते हैं, which is uploading your file to the Seller Central account. Okay. So on the add product via upload page, यहाँ पे select the upload your inventory file tab. Okay. Then drag and drop your file either, or click browse files to search for and select your file. Okay. So once your file is validated, a summary will appear to the right. यहाँ पे आपकी summary आ जाएगी. So if your file type is not recognizable, or a drop down will appear instead, and you will be able to select your file type. Now next, leave the Excel option defaulted unless you prefer to receive your processing report as text. Okay. Now basically हम आपको रिकमेंड करेंगे, मैं आपको रिकमेंड करती हूँ कि एक्सेल एन एक्सेल प्रोसेसिंग रिपोर्ट ही आप चूज करना फॉर द हाईलाइटेड errors and warning in the actual cells where they have occurred. Okay. Now basically that, this will make it, this will makes it easier to you to pinpoint any potential issues with your upload. Okay, so before uploading you can enter an email in the email id. यहाँ पे आप अपने email address डाल दो. If if you like to to be notified when your file is done processing, आपको notification आ जाएगा आपकी email id पे अगर आप यहाँ पे email डालते हैं. So finally, when you are ready, click the upload file button to finish the process. All right. So now, if you're uploading information for for this, it will take just a few minutes to process. Basically, uh, the larger the file, it totally depends upon your file size. If the file is larger, it will take several hours. If your file is smaller, it will take just few minutes. Okay. So after uploading this file, Amazon will match and create your product listing on Amazon. So yeah, your after all this is your inventory will be ready for purchase in the Amazon store once it's completed. Okay, so you can check the status and an upload tab basically anytime by clicking the monitor upload status tab, which lists the date, time, batch ID, status, and link to the processing report. Okay, after that, for your okay, this will show your report. Check your processing report to address any errors. You need to check your report. Okay, so you, for this you use this process to match offers to the existing listing. So if you are a qualified seller, basically you will use to create product detail pages and listing for your new products. And you can also use a single inventory file to to both match and create the listing process. So basically, if your file includes, a product ID or GTIN for an item, जो भी आपकी product category है, which basically a matching ID, existing is the Amazon store. सो या दैट्स ऑल. आज की वीडियो में बस इतना ही. हमारी वीडियो को एंड तक देखने के लिए थैंक यू सो मच. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई हो तो वीडियो को लाइक, शेयर एंड कमेंट करना ना भूलें और इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक शेयर करें ताकि हमारी इंफॉर्मेशन रिलेटेड टू द अमेज़न ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंच पाए. थैंक यू सो मच वीडियो को देखने के लिए एंड तक. बाय बाय सेलर्स. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. टेक केयर.